I was Team Tony.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh!
I'm known for my
so
ass.
funny.
That's what you gotta say. We're gonna burn it.
Oh, I get to use it?
Yeah.
Wait, this drink is gonna be so wild.
Hey everyone, my name is Philip Wayne. Welcome to another episode of Spill the Boba Tea, a show where I get to bring a friend over to Bopamofo Cafe to make a special drink that's based on my guest's life and career. Today we have a multi-talented and longtime friend who you might recognize from Teen Wolf or a short film that we made back in the day called Agents of Secret Stuff. But you're about to know her as Ingrid Yun on Netflix's new show Partner Track, which is out now. She is an actress, a musician, an entrepreneur, a World Series poker player. Everyone welcome Arden Cho.
Hi, thanks for having me, Phil.
I'm very happy to see you for a number of reasons, but also this is a very special episode. This is the first time we're shooting in our second location. We have Arden in Artesia.
Let's go.
We had to make that happen. So we're gonna make a drink where every ingredient has something to do with your life and career.
I love it.
The thing is, your life and your career trajectory has so much going on that it's a very complex drink, so I'm just gonna jump right in, all right?
Oh man.
Our first ingredient is this right here.
Oh, cinnamon apple.
And I had to bring up apples because you grew up in Apple Valley, Minnesota.
Oh, that's cute. Look at you.
Got a
doing
lot of these
your
going. This is
research.
So tell us what it was like growing up in Minnesota. And, you know, I'm a California boy.
Yeah.
What was high school like for you?
High school was tough.
What part?
It was a very white neighborhood, a very white school.
Right.
I think I wasn't really sure what it meant to be Asian American or Korean American. Like
Right.
that didn't really exist back then.
Yeah.
I had grown up thinking I was American or white, and then you sort of realize at some point that you're not.
Right.
I just wasn't able to fit in. I wasn't cool. I wasn't pretty. I felt like every girl that was pretty was blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah.
And all the guys liked my friends, and I was sort of like that dorky Asian kid.
Were you part of any clubs or organizations that gave you a little bit of that kind of community?
I was a cheerleader.
What position? Were you bass? Were you
I was
top?
a
Were you
flyer.
a flyer?
Wow,
Oh,
look, how do you even know that?
Oh, you know, another Netflix show called Cheer.
Oh, right, okay.
So cheerleading gave you the feeling of some type of community, but even within
It
that, because
did.
I feel like typically cheerleaders are the popular kids.
They are, but you know what's weird? I still always just felt like I wasn't part of the group. For some reason, when you're the only Asian person, you just feel like you don't belong.
Yeah.
Like you're adopted, but they don't really want you there. And for some reason, even though I was on the team and everything, and maybe it was just because I was the only Asian girl, or maybe it was honestly a lot of my self-consciousness and insecurities. To be honest, it probably was more of that.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like I belonged.
I see.
And I also felt like nobody related to what I was going through.
Sure. Well, things kind of changed when you went to college.
Yeah.
You went to Urbana-Champaign
I did.
in Illinois. Do you know the state's like official vegetable?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What's over there?
It's sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
Yes.
Oh,
So I have
okay.
some sweet corn here. Hold on.
What?
Where are we?
Wait, this drink is gonna be so wild.
So this is fresh pressed corn juice
Okay.
and real corn. We're gonna talk about your college years because things definitely changed when you went to college and you were finally able to find a little bit of that Korean community
Oh
there.
yeah. I mean, when I went to college was when I was like, you're Asian. You're Asian too. You grew up with white people too? But I met a lot of like different types of Asians.
Yeah.
And then I met, you know, your fobs. And then I
Yeah.
met your very like Koreans. And I
Yeah.
remember like trying to join like certain groups and being like, what do you mean I'm not like Asian enough to be a part of this group?
Well, you're like, wait, I am Korean, but
I
not
know.
the
But
the
not like
Korean.
Korean enough.
I see. But you were also involved in theater.
I took theater as an elective because I thought it was going to be an easy A.
Another one of our guests
was
said that. It was not.
It
Really?
was the toughest class I took because that was when I found out that I don't know how to express my emotions because I just tried to be a perfect Asian daughter. My teacher would say, imagine yourself as like an onion and you have to like peel all the layers to really get to like
Was
the
your-
good part of it.
Was your teacher Shrek?
No. But
Sounds
he
like something
was
Shrek would say.
right?
Yes, but okay.
No, but it was really good because I realized he's like, you're like here,
Yeah.
but you have like chains and bricks around you.
Yeah.
So like there's just no like emotions
Yeah,
being like
I see.
emoted. I mean, he was basically like, you suck at acting, but in a very nice way.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because it made me really work at it.
Was it after that class that you were like, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I mean, I know some things happen in between, you know.
A lot
like,
of things happen.
you know, someone was part of like a pageant and won Miss Korea.
No, I didn't win the whole thing. No.
You didn't? Oh, we didn't. We're not sitting here with the winner. Okay, never mind.
No, we're not the
cameras.
winner.
I thought we were here
Oh,
with
cut the
winner.
cameras. Get her out of here.
But you were.
That's so. This is all like pre-internet days. How do you
Right.
even know this?
Our research went very deep. No, but I
Yeah.
mean, so
We did some pageants.
Right.
There were some things and
Yes.
some moments, and there were moments when I did do that whole like pageant experience that I felt like I didn't fit the cookie cutter image of what's like a beautiful Asian girl or what was like expected of Asians. But you know, for me, it's like I wanted to see girls like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Sabrina the Teenage Witch
Right.
that were just happen to be Asian.
right.
And of course, at that time, it just didn't really exist,
Right.
especially not leads.
Right.
And then I think after some of these experiences, I actually ended up in Kenya, and I was working with a medical missionary who really inspired me, shared a lot about what we're called to do and joy and talents. And he was like, look, I think God gives us all different talents and gifts. And he was like, you got to figure out what brings you joy,
Right.
what you love, and use it and do it radically.
Yeah.
And live your life with some kind of purpose. And then I ended up booking a one-way ticket to LA.
Okay, wait, hold on. So first of all, what was your actual major in college? What were you?
Psychology.
So you were planning to go down that route.
No, I was planning to be a lawyer.
That is so perfect. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Put a pin in
little
that.
later.
But so you spent some time in Korea, and so that's actually the inspiration for our next ingredient.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you have a very special pet.
Chewy.
Named
It's
Chewy.
koguma.
This is a sweet potato puree.
Puree.
Yes,
It's koguma.
it is.
I knew it.
When you were in Korea, you know, you did some work out there, but how cool is it to kind of see how much like Korean pop culture, music, dramas have kind of like come to the West and, you know, become as mainstream as it is these days?
I mean, I love seeing Korean dramas having their moment here.
Yeah.
Obviously love seeing K-pop being appreciated because they work so hard and they're so good and they deserve it.
Yeah.
It's like when Squid Games blew up,
Yeah.
everybody's so shocked that these shows exist and you're like, I mean, Korea makes them all the time. I mean, it's still a dream of mine to work in Korea and to actually, you know, do dramas and films out there. Some of my favorite films are Korean. I
Yeah.
love Korean cinema.
So you want to go back and work in
I
Korea?
would love to. I
Okay.
would love to.
Do you remember your first exposure to either a
K-pop?
K-pop or K-drama?
HOT.
HOT.
Wait, do you know
Are you
HOT?
Team Kangta?
I was Team Tony.
Oh, okay. It's cute.
He was
He
so
was cute.
cute.
He did, you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I downloaded HOT like on Napster and like burnt it on the
Terrible. You should have bought the CD. I went to see. That was one of my first concerts.
CD. In my defense, as a Chinese American, I couldn't find the Korean stores to go buy the CDs for.
Got
And
it.
even if I did in America, it was probably already bootleg.
It probably was bootleg.
What about drama? Do you remember your first drama?
My first movie was A Moment to Remember.
Okay, I haven't.
내
I don't know
머릿속에
that.
주게.
I'll look for it.
That one's actually hard to find. But I do have a copy of the actual DVD.
Like the VCD.
I do. It's like, where are we
Alright.
gonna put it?
I'll put it in like a CD-ROM somewhere. Yeah. Let's go into the next. So
Funny, this is my life.
we're gonna reel it back a little bit in time. So even
Okay.
before Minnesota, we have these wood chips, these hickory wood chips, because I think you know where I'm going.
Texas.
Texas
oh
barbecue.
my gosh.
You're-
We're putting wood chips in the drink?
We'll show you how it's gonna work out, but you know, Texas is big on barbecue, and you
true.
were born in Texas. And one of the things that I did want to talk about, even in Minnesota, was already really tough, but it was even more difficult in Texas, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I read in some interviews that as a kid in Texas, you experienced bullying and even some violence. It was a really heartbreaking story, especially given the current climate of just how much violence there is towards Asian Americans right now. Like, what was your experience when you were a kid? Like, what do you remember from it?
I grew up thinking it was normal.
Okay.
Like I kind of grew up experiencing racism so often that it just felt like a shitty thing that happened all the time. You know, I had teachers that were racist. I had classmates that were racist.
So the teachers obviously let the classmates do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, I had a teacher as early as I think I was like 5 or 6, I remember. She had separated the class in different groups based on their eye color. So she was like, okay, if you have like hazel eyes, you'll be over here. If you have blue eyes, you're here.
Yeah.
If you have brown eyes, you're here. And I just went to the brown-eyed group
Yeah.
and she pulled me out and she was like, Arden, no, your eyes aren't brown, they're black. You're the only one with black eyes, so I'll just put you in the group with the least amount of people.
Oh my God.
And I think from then on, I remember being like, I hate my eyes. Just for years and years, I would like pray at night that I would like wake up with hazel eyes, or that I'd wake up with my eyes would be lighter.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a bad thing. I mean, I felt like I got in trouble for it. And I think when I was so young, I just didn't know that I was different. Like, I didn't really understand why a kid pushed me off a bus and called me a gook. Like, I didn't even know what that meant. Like,
Isn't
I
it
didn't,
crazy that they know what a gook is before you
yeah,
do?
like I was like, I didn't know what that was.
That's insane, yeah.
You know? And so I think for me, that was a lot of my childhood,
Yeah.
where I was sort of learning all these bad things
Yeah,
in very unfortunate ways.
right.
It's interesting because now as an adult and after a lot of therapy's great,
Yeah.
I found that there was just a lot of deeply rooted trauma
Yeah.
that I hadn't dealt with because we didn't know how. And every time it happened, we would like brush it under the rug and we'd never talk about it. You know, when a lot of the Stop Asian Hate was happening and a lot of these crimes were happening and being videotaped and I was watching it, it was so incredibly triggering because I was like, oh my gosh, I've had my face kicked into me. Like, I've literally been kicked unconscious before. But then you realize this has been happening
Yeah.
for ages.
Yeah.
And it's still happening. And it wasn't stopping because we weren't saying anything.
Is part of the reason why you are more vocal about it now because you were not able to be vocal as a kid and
Right.
and you were told not to be vocal about it. So
Right.
now, in order to find change, we have to speak up more.
We do. And again, everyone at their own time. My mom has grown a ton as well.
Yeah.
But now I understand why they didn't talk back then because she was like, well, we were scared too.
Yeah. I'm thinking like as a kid, you probably definitely wish you could defend yourself. Eventually, you got to play a role where you were definitely able to fight.
Yeah, I think that's what I loved about Kira
Yeah.
is that I always say Kira had the high school experience I always dreamed of having. Like, she got to be cool, she got to kick ass, she
Yeah.
got to stand up for herself, be quirky, wear what she wants, say what she wants, and be unapologetic.
Yeah.
And Arden was always so scared.
Right.
I just wanted to be liked. I didn't want to be too noticed. I didn't want to be made fun of or bullied.
Yeah.
And I really just sort of was invisible.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Kira for
Yeah.
a little bit because that is the inspiration for our next ingredient.
It's gotta be something spicy.
This is a berry Kool-Aid.
Ooh, something very
Kool-Aid.
sweet.
And the reason why is because berries are one of the main diets of foxes. And we all
I did not know
that Kira is a kitsune.
Yeah, why are you so unsure? She is definitely a
I just want to
kitsune.
make sure I just want to make sure I pronounced it correctly.
I kind of like how you said it like that. She is a kitsune.
What do you miss most about that show?
I probably miss the fact that she had powers. Like,
Yeah.
if I was Kira, I could just absorb all this electricity right now and zap whoever I wanted to.
Right.
Not that there's anyone I want to zap here.
You know, just for the fans then, what do you think Kira's doing today?
I mean, she's probably somewhere kicking ass, doing amazing things, and not getting credit for it.
Oh God. There it is, right there. Well, that's why this next show that we want to talk about is so important because you went from the only woman of color on an ensemble cast to a lead
Yes.
in Netflix's new show, Partner Track. That is the inspiration for our next ingredient. This is rye whiskey.
That is very Ingrid Yan.
We chose rye whiskey specifically because rye is used to make Manhattans, and Manhattan is where the show takes place. When I first saw the announcement that you were part of the show, I was like, this is perfect, this is amazing. Arden was made for this. How did you feel when you first got to see the content, the scripts, everything?
I mean, first reading the scripts, I couldn't believe the number one was an Asian American woman. I couldn't believe I was reading a story that I was like, oh, I know that. I know that feeling. Oh, that's happened before.
Right.
Like, there was just, I'm not an M&A lawyer,
You could have been if you listen
No.
to Mom and Dad.
but I think just as an Asian American woman, living in America, you just experience all these things
Right.
in any workplace. It doesn't have to be a corporate office.
Right.
But I have friends that are doctors, pharmacists, teachers, scientists
Yeah.
that all experience the same types of discrimination, microaggressions, racism, sexism.
What are you most excited for people to see of Ingrid?
One, it's just a really fun story. But two, people think it might be something they've seen before or a story they kind of know, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's never been told from the perspective of an Asian American woman by women. Our showrunner is a Chinese American woman. We've got females writing in the room, female directors. I mean, Helen Wan wrote this book for 20 years while she was a lawyer in Manhattan about her experiences. So this is her reality. And it allows people as an audience to just see what it's like being in our shoes. And it's those silent moments to me that are the most powerful.
Right.
Not just for Ingrid, but for a lot of the characters. We get to see them winning. We get to see growth. We get to see pain, failures, laughs, loves, like everything. We just get to see all of it.
Yeah.
And then it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And you know, we've got like friends in the show too. I know you've got friends in the show.
I was
and
gonna say,
so-
another thing we get to see is Desmond's biceps.
Oh yeah,
So-
we see some hot Asian men also.
I have a major bomb to drop here. Desmond's character, I auditioned for.
Oh my gosh, that's right, you did.
But
I remember you called me.
I did call you, but when I finally saw that it was Desmond, I was like, perfect. I'm so glad it's Desmond. His biceps are way bigger than mine, and he's just such a sweetheart too. And so I'm so glad that he's part of this show. We're so excited about this new show, but before we continue, I actually want to take it even further back to a different platform.
Okay.
Not the Netflix platform,
Oh, I know which platform.
but the YouTube platform. So take a smell of this.
Okay. Whoa.
It's pickle juice. But the reason why is because you have a YouTube channel where you've been doing
love pickles.
art and eats, you've been doing fashion, you've been doing music videos, and on your first episode you mentioned that, yeah, you love pickles.
Wait, did I really?
Yes, you were getting brunch,
I love pickles.
and you said you love pickles, so we brought some pickle juice. Yes, we know each other from YouTube. That's where we first worked together on Agents of Secret Stuff.
Yay, Taylor.
It was a super fun project. I will never forget that. You're like, it's too late for me to start YouTube. Because we were encouraging you.
You guys were, you guys encouraged
could
me for
start YouTube.
years.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's too late, it's too
And I
late.
still didn't
But then-
until like later.
But then you did, and then
Yeah.
you killed it on YouTube,
Aw,
and you did
thank
so much, and you
you.
became this amazing personality. You took control of your own narrative, your own content, and it was definitely not too late because you got millions and millions of views on there. What can people be expecting on your YouTube channel?
I wrote a lot of music during the pandemic. I wrote like
Alright.
so many songs, and I'm probably gonna share that on my YouTube channel if
Alright.
anyone's still there. It's been a long time.
People are there.
But I feel like I always call YouTube my creative playground.
Yes.
And it's a very safe place. I love it.
Yeah.
I met so many amazing people on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
Agents of Secret Stuff was so fun. I did my first singing cover with like AJ Raphael
Right,
because he encouraged me to sing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I can't sing like you guys. And he was like, just do it.
It was a nice little creative community.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to work together on Agents. Like, people are still referencing it all the time to
Oh, I
to
love
Murder
it.
Street, so.
I was just doing an interview and they're like, what do people, recognize you for the most? And I was like, you'd be surprised. It's a toss up between Agents of Secret Stuff and Teen Wolf. No, it's serious.
That makes me so happy to hear.
But I think it's because there just weren't many stories for Asian Americans
Yeah.
to feel seen. And especially like kind of a fun comedy, like not too serious.
Right.
And I love that like you guys are still telling stories, and I love that you guys are doing it and giving inspiration to all these young kids. And honestly, I hear it all the time. Oh my gosh, do you still talk to Wong Fu? And I'm like, they have names,
We'll just, we'll be Wong Fu. That's fine. I'm Wong Fu. That's
Aw.
fine. Yeah. You got to tell in those interviews that you're known for ass. I'm known
That's
for my
so
ass.
funny.
That's what you got to say.
I should have said that in one of these interviews. I haven't. I forgot that Agents of Secret Stuff was ass.
That was one of the very juvenile
I
jokes. That was probably
know.
Ryan's idea. Let's be
probably
honest.
was.
All right, we're gonna start assembling this drink. We got all these ingredients out.
Wow.
But I want to set the mood for putting this drink
Okay.
together. All right. I mentioned earlier that you're a World Series poker player. I feel like I should make this table a little bit more comfortable for you. Help me out here. I'm just gonna do one at a time. We're gonna lay this out. Because now you feel
Oh my
at
gosh. I love it. Just give me some chips and cards. Let's go.
Because I just gotta ask, how did the poker thing start?
You know what's so funny? I feel like the poker thing helped me a lot with being Ingrid Young. I started playing cards because when I was in college, all the guys would play cards like on a Friday
I
night,
see.
and they'd be like, oh, you can't play.
It's the boys' club.
Yeah, and I was like, why? And they're like, oh, boys only. And I was like, well, I want to learn that because I didn't like all the things the girls are doing. And I wanted to battle.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't let me. And so kind of started learning. And then I, eventually got a bit better.
I mean, people
And
get
now
better, but they
I'm
don't end up
okay.
at World Series.
No. Honestly,
poker.
no. It takes a lot of luck.
It would be an honor if I got to play one hand.
Okay, we're gonna
of
play one
Texas,
hand. Great.
with
Love
the World
this.
Series poker players.
Okay.
Imagine it's the final hand.
It's the final
Okay,
hand.
so we're going all in,
We're going all in,
And
and it's
it-
just gonna depend if who has good cards.
or who has the better, poker face or something. Because maybe I'll fold. We'll play for a shot.
Oh gosh.
We'll use the pickle juice as a pickleback. How's your shuffling?
I'm okay. Oh my gosh, so funny. I haven't touched cards in a while.
Lies.
No. I mean,
Damn! Look at that finesse. Oh my
so
god.
silly. I can't believe you're having me deal out cards. Let's see.
You show everyone your cards over there. Dude, look at this poker face. Oh my god, I totally got intimidated for a second. Here we go. This is me.
Your eye twitched. Are you nervous?
Wait, really? Wait.
Yeah, your left eye twitched.
With this hand, I'm so not nervous. Oh my gosh. All right, we got a 10 of spades, 9 of hearts, 9 of spades. Here we go. Oh my god, this is so bad. Here we go. Dang, you won.
I won with King High. Incredible.
I even set the deck up. Dang it. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm a man of my word.
Oh, are you really gonna take a
I'm
shot?
a man of my word. You want to take a shot of pickle juice?
No, give me a little bit of corn juice.
Okay.
I feel like that's appropriate. I've never. Okay, wow, that's aggressive.
It's sweet, don't worry, it's good. All right, cheers to our first drink together. Ooh, that is so good.
Whoa, that's very interesting. I feel like I'm like a baby.
All right, so are you ready?
All right.
Here's
let's
your
go.
cup. We're going to do 1 scoop of the apple into the bottom. So basically this is going to serve like a jelly. This is going to be what's
Oh,
on the
it's the
bottom.
boba.
Right? And then we're going to take a little bit of chewy here. We're going to
Oh, I
take
miss her.
we're going to take 2 scoops of this right on the bottom.
One.
Oh, shoot, I missed.
That's not cute.
That's not cute.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna make mine better.
Okay.
Ingrid Young's coming out.
I have a
She's
shot
like-
of like whiskey in me, so I'm like seeing 2 cups right now. All right. Cool, perfect. We're gonna set the cup aside.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna put 1.5 ounces of whiskey per person. All right, we're just gonna pour right in here, right? Don't worry, you'll see what we're doing.
Okay.
Pour however much you want. Come on. Wait, look, hit me. All right, that's good. Okay,
Okay.
remember the hickory?
Yeah. Oh, so cool. You're gonna burn it.
We're gonna smoke our corn milk. All right, guys?
Wow, schmancy.
We're gonna lay down some of the hickory.
We're on partner track, so
I gotta-
only the best for partner track. I love it.
We're gonna burn it.
Yes, let's
Ready
go.
to do this?
Oh, I get to use it?
Yeah. We want a very small flame. Okay, now you gotta click it. Go a little low. All right. Let's light the wood chips on fire.
Where? Anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere. You want a nice even. Try to get as far as you can on this side too.
Oh my god, I can't believe Phil's letting me do this right now.
Keep going.
What
keep
if I like
going.
burn the place down?
Yeah, that's good.
This is so cool.
All right.
Wow.
All right, let it go. That's
I love
good.
playing with
All right,
fire.
Turn it off.
That's what I have
And We're
to.
just gonna do this real quick. It's gonna be infused with our corn
This is
juice
dope.
and our whiskey. As that's going, we're gonna take a coolie next, and we're going to prep the rest of the cup. We're gonna go along, push a little bit, and go a little bit, push a little bit.
Oh, it looks like blood.
Use as much as you want, and then what you can do is also, you can like
Ooh,
swirl
nice.
it. Yeah.
It's like arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Dude, look how smoky it is in
Well,
there.
that's dope. Ready?
And
Bye-bye.
ooh. Ooh, that smells so good. Oh my gosh. All right.
Smells like a barbecue.
Yes. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna pour 200 cc's of this into each of our shaker cups. All right.
Okay.
Here you go. And then we're gonna pour in some oat milk
Ooh, oat milk. I
up
like
to
it.
up to the 400. Okay. Oat, cause the Midwest, corn, fields, agriculture. Yeah, that's the connection. We're gonna put some ice in here. Ice, cause you're so cool.
Look at Phil, just all the compliments today.
All right, so now you're just gonna pour it in
Ooh.
and see how it all mixes together. Nice.
Do we stir it? What do we
Look
do?
at this. Yes, we're gonna stir it now.
Okay.
Make sure you mix up
Oh, the apple.
the apple and the sweet potato in. Okay. Make
Oh,
sure
the
you-
sweet potato,
And make sure you
yeah.
pull it up too. Look at how beautiful that is. I don't know if it's the green table that's making it pop. I don't know what it is. Arden, thank you so much for making this drink with me or inspiring this drink.
Aw, thank you.
It was great to catch up. Before we take a sip, we have to name this. I was gonna say this is like the Arden track because
Oh, wow.
if you want to
like
become
that.
Arden's, life, then these are all the steps to
You just
become
add a bunch of crazy stuff.
all the
together.
stuff to become Arden.
I love it.
So,
And
cheers
you
to
gotta
the Arden
just
track.
be one of the boys.
Yeah. No, be one of the Ardens, guys. Are you ready for this? We got
ready.
corn
I'm
juice in
scared.
here. We got sweet potato, apples, rye
Okay.
whiskey. Here we go. Oh my God.
Oh, what? Wait.
Yeah? Yeah.
Hey, this tastes kind of like Christmas.
Uh-huh. There's a little holiday, it's like the fall's coming up.
Wait, this is so good.
It works, right?
Yeah.
People doubted us.
I don't know how to say it in English, but it's really like 고소해. It tastes like Christmas.
Yeah. Festive.
And I would like drink this by the fire.
Yeah.
But then it's nice and refreshing because it's cold
Yeah.
with a little like punch.
The alcohol really plays here.
Right, the little punch.
Yeah. Is it too much?
No, it's perfect. I'm probably drunk already.
You are talking a lot more than you have the whole episode so far. And you're laughing hard at my jokes too, so.
You're so funny, Phil. Oh my gosh, you're hilarious.
It's working, guys. You are the reason why this exists. We wouldn't have not made this without being inspired by you in your life. So thank you so much, Arden. This is the Arden track. She's on Partner Track, out now on Netflix.
Watch it.
I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see season 2, season 3. Let's keep it going, guys.
Let's go, 7 seasons.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.